Welcome back, everybody. We have a massive day today. Oh, my webcam is still dark. I'll have to fix that in a minute. It is a four-way cast back-to-back. 4 matches coming up. It's going to be a big day. I have Mr. Daidachi here with me. How are you, mates?
Yeah, man, pretty good. Got about 5 hours sleep last night. Was up for our match this morning.
Yeah, you were casting till late with me and then up early. That sucks balls. I have done it. It's not fun. But that's all right. Get a coffee. Well, we're good. And we're going to go all day today. We're not going to delay too long. If you just want to check if these guys are ready to go. We have Division... what is it? Division C. Division C this week. WKA versus WH. I'm trying to fit all these casts 1 hour after each other. That's probably too ambitious. Probably not going to happen, but we'll work it out and deal with it as we go. So there's heaps of action coming up, guys. Stick around. Hopefully these guys are ready to go and we can start the games off. And there we go. All right, let's get straight into it. No mucking around. The 2v2. What do we have on this map, mate?
We've got Jägermech and a Rifleman's ToC for each team. So we saw PHL play an interesting way last night with one mech hanging back and the other one acting as bait. Going to be interested to see whether we see memes tonight. WKA are assured of second place. There's no way Waffle House can unseat them, and WKL have already played their match against RJFE. But depending on the points tonight, Waffle House could potentially, if they have a good showing, take third place from Wakanda Legion.
Hey, very good. Just having a look at the mechs here. We have Jaeger Double D, AC2s and LBX2, and 6 AC2s for, what is that, WKA. And Waffle House side, we have AC2s and 3 Ultra 5 Jägermech. Interesting choices. So, obviously we have the red team here with a lot less range. With the UAC 5s. We've got Fess here. I can't click on the damn X again. Why is this? What's wrong with this map? Same problem last night. Okay, so we've got Fess is open CT over here. They're just trading it out. Juice is, where's he? He's lost an arm at the moment. I'd say even without an arm, with an arm missing, that won't be too bad. Salty Biscuit is not actually shooting at the moment, so Fess taking way more damage. His teammate is not really helping out and exposing much here, and Fess has cooked himself to death, and that's going to be all sorts of trouble now for Salty Biscuit here. Trying, he's got to do it on his own now against 2 mechs. Juice is pretty wrecked, and Kieran's not. So I'm going to go with, very surprised if it doesn't end in the favor here of a WKA. Airstrikes are out. 2 airstrikes, another airstrike on Salty Biscuit. Did he just drop that on himself?
Certainly looks like.
I think he did. Yep. Salty Biscuit just airstruck himself. That's less than ideal. That's for sure.
Do you still think that strike is cancer?
Hang on. He's just done it again. He's just airstruck himself again. And Salty Biscuit has no idea how to place an airstrike or use a rangefinder. This is a major issue. He's now down to 49%. But 2 airstrikes somehow miss him entirely, basically, essentially. What the fuck? What is going on? Oh, he's out of ammo. Yeah, looks like he's out of ammo there. Right. Interesting. How do you not have enough ammo with 3 UAC 5s on a Jägermech? Yes! You can easily put 1,000 damage worth of ammo on there for 2v2, but that was not to be. Maybe it got crit out, perhaps. Damage numbers there. Kieran doing the bulk of the work there. And Salty Biscuit only doing 115 damage. I think maybe range or missing some shots, not sure. And definitely missed some airstrikes. Yikes. Well, don't have to discuss too much more of that. Just need to update the scoreboard. A victory there. Oh, hang on a minute. What's happening? I do hit the wrong button. Oh dear. Just give me a sec to bring all this in.
Salty says strikes don't do enough team damage, please buff.
Well, they do. It just depends when and where you drop them. What side the WKA wants? Let's find out what side they want to start on today. The biggest side. Well, that doesn't help me.
Oh, you did say size.
Did I? Oh, oops. Whoopsie. It's very early for my brain this morning. So that's definitely going to have... we're definitely going to have mental problems today. It's just... it's 10 o'clock and I have slept, but... Not well, I don't think. You know how you just have that sleep, you know, and it's just not... It's just not good enough, you know? Just not enough juice in the tank. Now, let me update the scoreboard here because I accidentally just closed it.
And set the game mode to Conquest, please.
Oh yeah, Conquest, yes. Win, 2 kills, loss, 0 kills there. Okay, scoreboard should be updated. Swap these guys around because they are now swapping over on the lobby side. Mabstrat, what do you think is going to happen here? It's going to be a bit of Groundhog Day, I think, for the next 4 hours, considering we did this last night as well. But that's okay. That doesn't matter. Some teams will actually do it differently, so
most
yeah.
of the matches I've seen so far seem to play out the same sort of way as what we saw with PHL last night, where on CXF, where they send 1 to 2 mechs most up top to try and get some Overwatch fire, and then the rest of them rush.
Yep, that sounds it. Get a kill down, and in the light drop like this, it's a bit more. It's less of a rush as well, I find, on the Solaris City, just because there is a little bit more range. Teams generally don't YOLO balls in too hard too early. There is a little bit more trading, even though this is basically kind of a light drop, but they do just take it a little bit easy. So again, the old point here is Kappa. That is the cap point, and then that little green arrow there is the big fat structure in the middle, where it's usually just sort of little quick peeks and pokes either side of it early on, just to sort of see who can do what. You end up with a mech or two, sort of sometimes in the rangy department around here. I think around here as well. Roughly from memory. You can do some jump jetting business. Even I've even seen mechs out here as well. So kind of depends on how the teams want to play the games. I think they usually have one range guy. Oh, these guys are locking in. Oh, okay, right.
They're locked.
There's no time to talk strategy today because these guys are loading straight in. Let's get on with it.
That's a good thing. It means that we can flip between these matches fast.
Yeah. Yeah, like we sort of were saying last night, you know, it's sort of all sorts of. Oh, geez, my brain is having a.
A lot of teams have these divs outside of Div A tend to have a set plan and they try to stick to it.
That's where I was going. That's where I was going, but it just the words and the connections in my brain just are not quite working yet. The caffeine will kick in the next 15 minutes. Nice big, nice little hit that I've had just now. So we will get better soon enough. Now,
coming in.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, a mech, the Archer 2R.
Right.
That's the Brawl build, the rocket launchers. Bushwhacker P1, Flea, and a Wolfhound.
Right, let's have a look. What do we have on the Team 2 side? I was going to go through the builds over here on the blue team. MRMs and... Hang on, 2 MRM 20s and medium 6 small pulse. That's an interesting build. Undergunned, actually, in the Archer.
Yeah, but I would have gone with the classic 5 medium pulse, 1 large pulse, and 2 rocket launcher 10s. Because once you fire those missiles, you lose the bay door reduction, damage reduction.
Yeah, absolutely. The bay door actually pretty important, actually. And I mean, you can fit 2 MRM 40s on this thing. I mean, you can fit 2 MRM 40s on that on the Archer if you really want the 80 alpha. At that point, you're only talking about a 50-point alpha, so down some 30-40 damage there in the alpha. The red team, we got the Commando, Phoenix Hawk, with the more DPS build with the ER small rather than the 6 medium pulse. I don't know if you need that for comp or not. Panther, large pulse, medium pulse, Derby, and Rothman 2 for Juice with UAC 5. Hang on, just 2 UAC 10s and 1 UAC 5. Kind of sitting back a little bit here, but where he is sitting, he's trying to get all the way up the top here. He's going to get up there.
Outside of Commando and the Rifleman, they've picked basically a deck that's got a lot of verticality about it.
Yeah, his Juice is trying to get up here. He's just taking his time. He better not miss that jump. It's pretty important. And he doesn't. He's done a little bit of practice there. A little bit more practice than Kamikaze did with his learned trebuchet last night. And now UAC to 10s and 5s up on high. RKS taking a pretty early pile of damage there, as you'd kind of expect.
Going in the back in the Commando.
Ooh, airstrike out on Juice, but I think it missed him slightly. But yeah, UAC 5s and 10s, a lot of big DACA up there early. Levels running around through the enemy team for what I can say is probably no apparent reason, but just took 30% damage for his efforts. Schwartz has been hit by an airstrike at some point. Fest looks like he's sort of charging in. He's already open on the torso there, getting hammered. Rear damage, maybe an airstrike. He's getting absolutely belted by these UAC 5s, 10s here.
Level's gonna go, getting himself killed at this rate. 49%.
Yep. Level just dived in and dropped another 30% for, again, not really sure what Level is trying to do here. His whole team is not trading at all, really. It's just Level running in and taking damage. So Fest is rotated out here. Where are we at there? So he's basically open on the torso. So I think it's going to be blood sniffing time for WKA. The Irby's nearly legged here for RKS. Because the percentage
go down to Salty.
Yeah, Salty Level's going in here on Salty Biscuit and got himself legged in the process for it. So I'd almost say that WKA need to push aside now because they're about to lose their commando.
Potato Pope runs in like a potato.
Yes, Potato Pope is doing his namesake right there. But WKA are a bit confused all of a sudden. They don't know whether to go left or right, and neither does the Waffle House guys here. It's all over the place. They want the commando, but they can't really get it. If a team just picks a side now and does the business, the game is won. Either team just need to decide and just do it. That's it. The game will be over, guys. Just pick a side, man up, and do it. Oh, wow. Schwartz picks and gets double tap there. Hits an airstrike. 58%. Schwartz is in some serious trouble now. Hawaii. Oh,
leg.
Yep. Leg on the flea bags is down. Flea bags with no leg is no flea bags at all. This is definitely going in WKA's favor, but they're electing to just keep poking and trading here. Kieran gets down. Kawhi with an airstrike, I think.
Yeah, hardy strike.
Definitely the strike finishing off him. I think RKS is legged as well here. Yes, RKS is legged as well. So Schwartz goes down to Juice with the tap. WKA are now pushing in, and Waffle House are now out of position because, again, no team decided to pick an angle or fight it here. Very strange.
Down, so just Salty and RKS.
Salty's going to get legged here and cleaned out. Very quickly. No, not very quickly. It's a little bit slower. And just RKS here trying to do what he can. But
Mark blows himself up, which is interesting because he's running the 5 million pulse and 1 ER small build, but it's actually quite heat efficient.
Yeah, pretty heat efficient. And RKS goes down there, and that is a 5-1 decision in favor of WKA. What do we have with the damage numbers here when they load up? What do we have here? Oh dear. Oh dear.
With 642 in that Rifleman. Fess only 80 damage, but it's, I just don't think that's good enough in Mech of that weight class.
Yep.
Particularly for how he was alive.
Yep. Yeah, alive quite. I mean, you want your medium. Your heavy, and that is almost the key mech. If you can keep it alive, that is the mech that has the weapons, has the damage. It is your carry mech if you can keep it alive, and unfortunately, that did not happen. And yeah, RKS there though, 480 in the little Irby, just farming that corner as best he could. Did get legged for his troubles though. Maybe Maybe could have picked a different angle at some point during that fight. Maybe saved the leg here or there. But otherwise, pretty commanding win there to start off the day for WKA.
And realistically, like, looking at that map strat, most of that fight happened around that E3 edge.
Yeah, I've just flicked over to the map strat if you want to do a quick little drawing there, and I will start moving these dudes around in the lobby. And next map we're on to is Canyon Network Epsilon. Okay, just move these guys around. And we're after Canyon Network. Yep.
That's pretty much where all the fighting happened. It was a game of Waffle House just trying to work out whether the lines were better on the left or right. They kept shedding armor as they did so. By the time they decided on where they wanted to go to, they'd shed so much armor that they couldn't, stand up to a push. I think it was a good call by WKA to go, well, let's just, all get up top. So if they do bring mechs like a bushwhacker and that, the torso pitch is just going to completely stuff it.
Yep. Yeah, putting a Ruffleman 2C up high wasn't a bad idea, actually. Wasn't a bad idea in the end, and definitely paid dividends with a couple of the peaks there. That Waffle House made, just that UAC 5s and 10s, just dunk, 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 an instant 30-40 damage on the double tap. Not bad at all. Now,
so
Canyon Network. Yeah. Oh.
So, WKA T1, stacking Charlie, 1 mech Bravo, no surprises at all with Epsilon being the cap. The key is whether we're going to see a brawl push, like a big, dirty, stinking Epsilon line push, rip Marauder, rip Spirit Bear, 2016 Worlds. With 3 heavies and 3 lights, I think you're probably going to wind up seeing more of that mid-range Overwatch stuff. Whether WKA bring Clag or not, that's the question I've got.
Pretty much. That works. Who's going to push in? Do we see what we did? Like, again, that PHL run last night up through the valley. Definitely a viable option. Not surprised at all the PHL did that last night. Very strong. Again, if you do the ER large business in the back here, you got to be very careful with that. Same for team 1. Got to be very careful if you try to go the ER large business, and conversely, the other team do the old jump up through the trench at you as well with brawlers. Got to be very, 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 very careful of that. Okay, well, the teams are locked. Well, they're not mucking around. Very fast turnaround here. Not much map strat today for these drops, which is good because we've got Tiv B coming up soon. So let's get onto it. Okay. Just chatting to Deadfire here. See if Deadfire might come in actually in a couple of hours. We'll see, because I got McGoat coming in for special commentary next cast. The Div B ones. He said he'd be home in about an hour, and then maybe Deadfire is going to rock in. This will be interesting.
And Derek said he could probably jump in like a couple of hours as well. Not for the next match, but for one after.
Okay, yeah, very good. Okay, so we have just looking at here the Wolfhound, a lot of medium pulse here. Dragon Ultra 2s from Salty Biscuit. That's an interesting choice. 4 AC5 Black Widow. ERPPC. Only 2 ERPPC Summoner. Oh dear. You probably want 3 ERPPCs for this map, honestly, because it's only 5v5 and you just don't need to shoot that much. 2 Ultra 10s on the blue team. Summoner, Fire Starter. 5 medium pulse.
1 Ultra 2, 2 UAC 5.
Yep.
Sorry, UAC AC2s on the night gear.
So we have a little bit more range overall, I would say, for WKA here. Waffle House trying to move up here on the left, but AC5s are not going to be able to get up close at all. They're going to get punished way too easily against AC2s here. Dragon here, Ultra 2s, it's the only one they have. 5 medium pulse, Wolfhound not going to be able to do much back there. ERPs could do some work over time, but it's going to take a little while with 2 ERPPCs to do a lot of work against all these UAC 2s. See how this goes.
Look at that strike on Salty Biscuit.
Yep.
91% to 71% in the space of one strike.
Let's have a look at that. Well, yeah, I guess the three guys here from Waffle House are totally clumped up here. Salty Biscuit's been shredded.
And another strike right behind Schwartzwolf.
Okay, so we got the WKA guys moving up here. Level and Weapon Master are moving up on the right.
12%.
And Fess, again, taking a beat down here. 4 AC5s, definitely not the best build against UAC 2's AC2s. A little bit of Mech Lab error here for Waffle House tonight. We've got Summoner here, 2 UAC 10s. Kieran nearly open in the CT.
Salty, another 3% from another strike placed beside him.
Yeah, we've got Fess here who's open on the torso. This is going to be a problem. He can't keep picking this anymore. We've got a little light scrap going on. We've got like 3 individual sort of fights going on here. Another airstrike on Kieran at the back there. Ooh, 65%, not too bad. But the Waffle House lights actually here, Kawhi and AKS are actually doing some good work against the WKA guys. They're actually pushing them back here, even though it is almost 3 versus 2. Little Fleabags being very, very annoying. And over the back there, we have, what do we have? The Fat Mechs over here. Juice and James Bond are not too badly damaged here. But the longer range mechs for Waffle House are getting pretty badly annihilated here. They're not winning. They are not winning these trades here. Even though there's 3 mechs versus 2. Black Widow just kind of, yeah, he just can't do much where he's sitting, unfortunately. Oh, a strike on RKS Phoenix. Does he see it? Oh, does he see it? Oh, no, it misses! Oh, artillery misses everything. Oh, RKS very, very lucky there not to get clipped and deleted by artillery strike. Oh, Jesus. That's running the RNG gauntlet right there. Salty Biscuit probably doesn't have much more armor left. If he gets another airstrike dropped on him, he's in trouble. Oh, Fess gets hammered with some UAC 10s, loses the torso there for the fight. Now halved Black Widow, that's going to be a problem. Only 10 damage at a pop rather than 20. 50% of his weapons are deleted.
And Juice is moving up.
Oh, Kieran here though. Kieran is now actually has an open torso. Interesting. And we've got Juice moving up. James Bond hasn't quite moved up. Interesting that Juice has moved all the way up here with just 6 AC2s. He could have kind of walked sort of further back over here and sat a little further back, but is electing not to do that. These teams just...
Yeah.
Oh, airstrike on Juice! Oh, jeez! I just saw that out of the back of my back of the map here. Hammers him. Didn't do too much in the end. Could have been a bit worse. The Kawaii Chimera here really causing problems with his Fleabags. And gets Kieran down. Yeah. Okay. What is going on here? This fight is...
I think that these DACA mechs for WKA are starting to run low on ammo.
I think you might be right. They've just been plinking away and maybe unable to convert enough damage into kills here. So RKS finishes off Juice there in the CT. James Bond is now moving up here on the far left. He's nearly open on the torso here. Salty Biscuit hasn't taken another airstrike in the meantime. WKA are in a spot of bother now. They've lost a couple of mechs here, and percentages are not looking good. Weapon Master with the medium pulse is not in a good state at all. James Bond is somehow alive. Hasn't lost the torso yet, but the Summoner is moving up. Kawhi finishes off a level there. Summoner here moving up for Schwartz for the for the Waffle House.
Well, I guess a triple kill, getting Weapon Masters. It's just James left.
Yeah, it's just James Bond left.
And I just don't think WK converted that early dominance, well enough. Like those mechs up on the middle ground just didn't do enough.
Well, that's a return fire from Waffle House with a big fat 5-0 there. Wow, Jesus. Oh, okay. Wow.
When you look at how damaged Fess was in particular, but also Biscuit, they needed to finish those guys off much quicker.
Yeah, I mean, Salty Biscuit ate 2 big airstrikes, but other than that, he just... I'm wondering almost what WKA was shooting with all their AC2s for the better part of 5 or 6 minutes in the game. There was I think a lot of missed shots there. That's the only explanation I can have. A lot of spread damage, a lot of missed shots. Even, where's the summoner for these guys? Even the summoner Schwartz here for Waffle House is reasonably fresh, all things considered. 45%, but still has a decent amount of armor. Let's have a look at the damage. What do we see? Oh dear.
Well, 619 in that summoner. Kieran 555. Yeah, look at that Rifleman's Hussein and Night Gear. Yeah, 303, 203 damage. Like, that's a lot of missed shots.
Yeah, if these guys were running low on ammo, and that is why they moved up, yeah, these damage numbers are super low for these mechs. James Bond's only doing 200 damage with 5 AC2s and a UAC 2. I mean, I know myself, there is at the very least, you can fit 1,300 damage worth of ammo on that thing, and it still runs cool. So, interesting. I think a lot of missed shots there, and I would say then from Waffle House, some good trading in the end to basically make all those shots miss, or maybe bad aim for WKA. You can spin it either way or however you want. The end result was Waffle House pull out a 5-0, and it's basically even on points now. Just a great reply there from Waffle House for the Solaris match earlier. Now, I'm going to flick over very, very quickly here to... and the UAC 10 Summoner looking at the Waffle House lights, just unable to do the job. Just unable to control that corner and get it done. Okay,
Secondary for me, that was for Clincher. Pushing those WKMX off. Kawhi in particular in the flea did a fuck ton of work.
Yep. Did a lot of work.
Didn't have massive damage numbers, but he was cleaning up kills, he was distracting people all over the place.
And drawing the fire, man. Yeah, drawing so much fire and nothing landing. Just nothing was landing by the look of it. I mean, otherwise the flea bags would be dead, right? Even the medium pulse and everything. And yeah, so interesting reply there. Interesting reply. What do you think we're going to see on the Terra Therma?
A lot of teams are bringing LRM Trebs.
Yep.
Yeah, I think deep in. Oh, actually with Team 2, so Lev won't be able to take his trebuchet up onto that mountain peak. But yeah. I think we can see Clag. We always see Clag out of WKA.
We do, but is this the map for it? I mean, you look at Waffle House, right? They actually, in terms of countering for Clag, these two sides are actually not too bad to counter the Clag. This side is the bad side if you're getting clagged from the blue team. There's a lot more open area. Actually, it's a bit larger than that. This area here is basically the only safe spot from Clag in this entire department here. So there is a big open area if you can either get a NARC or a UAV up and doesn't get shot down. You can, from Team 1, do a little bit of learn heavy business. You can even learn from actually over the back here and shoot over the bloody hills all the way down into this region too. So not that I'm recommending or thinking it's a very good idea to go too heavy on the LRM, but from Team 1, it's a little bit more viable than Team 2. So maybe levels.
The other thing is they maybe just go with all right, let's just use arse to mouth on a push deck.
Yeah, you could do ATMs actually and jump right in and go across the top. That's definitely another option for Team 1. Actually, not necessarily the terrible idea. I haven't actually thought about an ATM rush, but it wouldn't be the worst. Wouldn't be the worst idea.
I was watching, SPNC versus Arsenal earlier on today, and it was interesting because Arsenal, after a few weeks of just bizarro mech choices, bought solid comp ready builds and absolutely demolished SPNC in quite a few drops.
So who wants to own up to training Arsenal over the last week? So they've clearly had some help from somebody. If all of a sudden for 3-4 weeks they have questionable and interesting mechs, and then all of a sudden bang, the penny drops and it's a comp mech or comp build only status. Someone was up to something. Who in the chat was that? Own up to it. Dadfire has just confirmed that in a couple of hours he will come on, so that's cool. So we got McGoat coming soon. We've got Dadfire coming, and we've got Derek coming as special guests over the evening. So that's pretty cool, guys. Awesome. Some very good friends of mine and very knowledgeable players. Dadfire, maybe not. A bit questionable guy, that dude. He's more like the dad of the 228, you know? He's more the supportive dad that rubs your bum after a bad game and says, okay, son, it's all right, you know? But that's why we love Deadfire. He's a funny bastard. And he refed for many years for PGI. A very fair and very solid individual. There are some videos around where he had to put up with some interesting shit in 2018. But the man has some poise and the calmness of a man on 20 Valiums. So that'd be good to get him in here for a chat. He said he's bringing the hype. So I don't know what that means, but we'll get him in here soon, guys. And yeah, my webcam has shut itself. I don't know what's going on. What is it doing? Let me have a look here. Yikes. Okay.
I just like the fact that Curl on chat has commented that it's a new drinking game. Every time you go, oh dear, he drinks. Yeah. You're gonna get fucking alcohol poisoning within about an hour.
Maybe.
There we
go. All right. Figures up the webcam there. I have no idea why it was dark. Logitech can quite simply go and fuck themselves. They are just terrible for software. So bad. Right, let's get into it.
So you're saying that Logitech's understanding of software is about the same as Daniel Andrews' understanding of how to run a state?
That would be a very, very safe, very safe comment there. Yeah, it's lockdowns. I've had enough. I've been locked in my house for weeks. Enough is enough. Now, where and what are we going to see here? Need to wait for these mech boys to load in. Okay, I'm hearing some music. I'm on the blue. I'm on the blue team here, so I'll do these guys. We have a Vapor Eagle, Corsair, Bushwhacker, Shadowhawk, and an Annihilator. I'll go through the builds while you do the other side.
Cool. So Huntsman Paquette for Team 2, Dervish 6MR, Scorch, Cyclops, 10Q, and a Kintaro.
Okay, so we have some interesting builds here. We have a AMS Corsair. Obviously, they're expecting Lerms on this map, which I'm assuming is coming. We'll have a look in a sec. We've got 6 AC.
No, SRMs.
Oh, it's brawling. Okay, right. We've got LBX.
All SRMs and LBs.
LBX 10 Bushwhacker, 2 Ultra 10 ER Peeps, and we've got a heavy PPC Shadowhawk. Very interesting. So what do we have? It's just full brawl over this side of town, is it? Oh, wow.
The Dervish, but everything else is SRMs.
Yeah, okay, so Waffle House here, preparing for maybe a little bit more of a longer range fight here, but WKA are going full aggro, balls to the wall. Waffle House are basically making the cardinal mistake here of pushing all their mechs up one channel on the Team 1 side. They now are stuck in a choke point against the brawl. This is, I think this is going to be extremely rough for Waffle House, calling it now. Not sure this is going to go very well for them. WKA are moving across here. Waffle House need to start running backwards as fast as possible because they are just stuck in a choke point and they need to pull WKA into the choke point. They need to swap positions here very, very quickly. Is it going to happen or not? I don't know. Gonna be interesting.
They need to, not just, stall their push.
They need to not stall the push, but Weapon Master is 8 in a strike here. But I mean, all you do now as WKA is just pull back and cap the point, and now Waffle House, have to push up. So Waffle House electing to pull back, not run up, and control the position have now given up the cap point. All WKA need to do now is hide for 7 minutes and 34 seconds, and they win the game. This is going to be a long 3...
It takes about 10% damage just from jumping.
this is going to be a long 3 minutes until Waffle House realize that they're going to have to go up the choke point. Waffle House have no choice now. WKA essentially just controlling the map there with a brawl push, scaring Waffle House back into the low ground, and now Waffle House are in some shit because they now have to push into a brawling firing line. This is going to be rough. This is why if you had a mech over this side, or probably 2 mechs actually for Waffle House over this side, generally a Pop-Tart is a really good idea. Summoner or something to that effect. You can just slam. You can be slamming damage into all these brawler mechs over here quite easily. The Shadowhawk up here for Kawaii is actually a pretty good idea with the heavy peeps, but it's not going to be able to do a lot of work. But here we go. Waffle House know that they have to push up. They have no choice. They're pushing into a brawling firing line. Annihilate with the AC2s goes first. Interesting choice. Levels there in the Scorch, almost a little bit too far away from the fight, is now halved already. James Bond diving in here. Salty Biscuit has been legged and torsoed. A little bit of miscommunication there. Gets finished off. Now James Bond is diving in here with the...
It looks like.
Yeah, James Bond diving in with the Guitaro. Big back shot from Kieran there on Fest by the look of it. Takes off a torso. James Bond gets annihilated. Levels diving in here. Basically should be walking in sideways with the Scorch, but is using the wrong side to shield. Bushwhacker for Schwartz is nearly legged. There he goes. Levels gets taken out, but Weaponmaster also takes out another guy at the moment. RKS is cooking for dinner. Absolutely cooking. There's 3 mechs left here, and only one Kawaii Chimera up the top here. Because RKS is dead. But yeah, heavy PPC is not quite having the just that torso pitch from being up that high is just not going to work out all that well for them. He's electing to jump down. Although heavy PPCs, if you get too close, you are not doing too much. What do we see now? Just some trying to get in there, not able to get any damage in. Kawaii Chimera now going to get farmed.
Yeah, Kieran and the Cyclops, 91% still.
Yeah. Kieran was right against this little ledge here, and as they came up the ramp one by one, just stood still and just laid into them. Absolutely laid into them. I'm actually surprised at 6 SRM6. I like the, what is it, the 4 SRM6, 4 SRM4s. A little bit more damage and roughly the same cooling too. Oh, Jesus, look at the damage.
790. Juice, 540 in that Huntsman. Yeah, Lev, 183. But, you know what, he was the focus fire target, so...
Yeah, Level's shielding with the wrong torso, actually, halfway through that fight. He should have been walking in with the dead torso, not the fresh one. And he shielded with the fresh one.
He's so used to nerving, but he's not used to brawling anymore.
Yeah, too busy fighting at 1,100 meters. Oh, dear. James Bomb there in the Kataro. Only 170, but that eats more damage than it has in tonnage. So that was what he was doing there. But yeah, Kieran there, just sitting still in the corner, shooting SRMs, farming 800 damage, maybe an airstrike in there too. And that was a 5-2 result there. And for Waffle House, Capstrat very quickly drew up what happened because...
5-2 for WKA, not for Waffle House.
Oh, sorry, for WKA, yes, that's correct. Switching over there. So drew up very quickly what happened because very important for the viewers at home to see that one. A little bit of a problem. Little bit of a problem.
So WKA in that blue line that I've drawn, yeah, pulled up alongside Fader, but didn't actually take Fader initially. Just came up, realized that they were a mid-range team, and they pulled back and went, okay, we don't need to just overextend. We can just pull back and wait for him to come to us. Kieran very snugly up against that corner. Yeah, as soon as WKA came through, as soon as Waffle House came through, just started laying into backs.
Yeah, absolutely pummeled there. Level was actually almost probably in a Brawl Scorch a little bit too sort of far away and ate a lot of damage. There's actually a little rock Level could have just sort of basically traded up, but not sort of sat back this far and got a little bit closer in that Brawling Scorch. Probably would have got a little bit more damage because I'm guessing he was probably out of SRM range or very, very close to it. But good move there by WKA. Waffle House obviously expecting the brawl push, but then kind of getting hard countered by having to move backwards. So yeah, oops a daisy. Now,
well, and it just goes to show the value of doing what's not necessarily expected from you all the time. Like when you telegraph what you're doing a lot in the way that WKA have in the past, people expect certain things. So mixing it up every now and then keeps that element of unpredictability alive.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you could clearly see that Waffle House bringing 4 AMS Corsair were definitely expecting at least one LRM mech. That didn't happen. WKA coming with that aggressive move and basically just dominating the map control. And that's how if you can exact map control and cap control, bring the fight to you, you stand a much better chance of winning on some of these maps. Speaking of cap control,
it's as simple as just controlling where the engagement happens. Like if you control where the engagement happens, then you can really dictate how the fight happens on your terms.
Yeah, and speaking of controlling caps, Alpine Peaks, what do you think we're going to see here? Because Alpine Peaks is, it's hard to control the cap because it's off to Sigma. It is the slow drop of the day, with drop 4 being 1 medium, 1 heavy, and 3 assault. So capping Sigma is actually, as we saw last night, and we'll see for most of the matches today, almost fucking impossible. To do it easily and not take damage. I'm not going to say it's impossible because you can do it, but you're going to pay a price for doing it. So I think we're going to see a lot of teams trying to just stop the other guy from cancelling it, and that's more what it's going to be about. No one's going to cap Sigma.
Team 1 is definitely the stronger team on Alpine as far as Sigma goes, in my opinion, because you've got better vertical sight lines down to it, you've got better trading positions. Team 2, not that strong in terms of being able to exert control over it.
Yep. Yeah, you can send a mech down here, and you actually can approach fairly safely as well. It's not until you sort of get to this sort of point that you can really actually sort of get hit or cancelled or denied. Usually from a mech. It's on this hill here from memory, and also sort of out in this region here. Or if you get a mech up here, you can do some cancelling too. So,
yeah, I mean that I4 point that I've just circled, but that's a key one for. We've seen a lot of people put up, mediums.
Yeah, you can get a mech up there pretty easily. Not too much drama. As Team 2, you have to be careful as well. If we see, as we saw last night, sort of a blue team sort of brawl push in or over this way. If you do have a pile of mechs here or sort of here with the range from Team 2, but you also put a mech here in the L6 region, if the brawl comes at you, your L6 mech or 2 is in some deep shit. So you've got to be very, very aware, very careful of that. If the brawl does roll in, you can actually do a little bit of a movement here as well. This way, also from Team 1. Conversely, you can actually do you can actually go this way as well if you want into Team 2. If the blue team has sort of mechs sort of popped up here, it kind of doesn't work if there is a mech in this region. You actually kind of can't even go this way either as the red team up through the Sigma cap point. So Team 2 probably doesn't have the easiest of brawl options. You can maybe go this way. I think we've seen that before in the reverse when it was Epsilon cap point a season or 2 ago. You can go that Juliet 8 Indigo 7 line, but pretty risky from Team 2. Pretty risky. Now, I think these guys are locked in and ready to go. Let me check. Are they ready?
Yeah, I'm just asking.
Yeah, let's just check. No confirmation yet. They're all ready, but definitely wait till they say locked in. Yep. Okay, locked in. Let's go. Let's hit it. And drop number 5. Sorry, drop number 4. Week 6. 1 medium, 1 heavy, and 3 fat boy assault mechs. Let's get it on. Wonder what we're gonna see. Is this the map we see the Lerms? Don't know. Don't know. Wait for these boys to roll on in from the old drop shipperies. Okay, WKA, Vulcan, Bloodass, Cyclops, Nokia, and Madcat B. I am gonna go with, it is an unlikely thing to see Lerms. Oh, hold. Oh. We have a disconnect here. Hold has been called, but Weapon Master is running forward. I don't know why he's doing that. Okay, 4 UAC 5, Slipnir, Ultra 5s and 10s, Madcat, Ultra 5s and 10 Blood Asp, 5 Medium Pulse Falcon, and what do we have in like a C? Ultra 5s and 10s. Okay. Red team, what do we have? I'm gonna go through the builds. Go through the mix. Ooh. Oh, Jesus. Right. ER Large Vulcan. ER PVC Madcat. ER Large Night Star. ER Large Annihilator. Yikes. And ER Large Hellbringer. Ooh. Well then. Well then. ER Large and versus Daka Boys. I don't know how this is going to go. I think WKA might well have the advantage pushing over this ridge down through here, across, and then rolling in with Big Brawl. What do you think, mate?
I'm just keep paying attention to chat at the moment and pulling up the disconnect rules and that.
Oh, yep. Well, they're going to disconnect, that's alright.
Oh, they don't. Like, players disconnected, but he reckons that it's...
Oh, go at 8 there. Oh, no, it looks like they're ready. Game's got a problem or something, but all good. We're back. We're up and running. The drop is about to commence. Lost a couple of minutes, so that's going to hurt Team 2 more than Team 1 with the ER Large business. You need damage over time, but yeah, these guys are going to... This is an aggressive
large
move.
Vulcan, 5T.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been through all the mechs. They're all ER peeps and ER larges, so it's just going to be how WKA going to approach this.
Night Star with ER large is an interesting choice.
A very interesting choice. I have no idea what the quirks are on that mech, but I mean, the Night Star's Garbo, so I just don't know how that's going to work.
It's as wide as anything.
Oh yeah, the arms, the convergence, and the Night Star is just not very good. But there might be some quirk I have no idea about, range or heat or something.
I mean, Weapon Master's going to get the cap off.
Yeah, Waffle House giving up the cap absolutely uncontested here with a 3 ER Large Vulcan is just super slow. Compared to the medium pulse version, so there is no way now Waffle House are going to get this cap back. It's absolutely impossible. RKS just too slow to get onto the cap to even possibly counter it. Airstrike out. Does Weapon Master see it? He does. It doesn't get him. Oh, doesn't get him. Very, yeah, it's very, very lucky here. And Waffle House still have no idea WKA are going for a brawl push. They're going to see it soon, but they haven't seen it yet. I don't think RKS has seen it, honestly. I don't think they don't know it's coming yet. WKA are going to be in position to go without Waffle House even knowing it's coming. Oh dear. RKS might be able to spot it now. He's going to try and take the cap back, but he's going to find himself very out of position for his troubles very, very soon. ER Large Vulcan are going to get cleaned up very, very fast. They're electing to move all the way up here, Waffle House team, all the way up to the back. WKA almost stalling and letting him do it. This is... WKA, if they're going to go aggressive aggro push, they should already be doing it, but they have effectively stopped behind the wall here, waiting for I don't know what, and this is not going to work in their favor yet. I'm guessing that they're playing the cap game and just going to keep denying that and force, once again, Waffle House to come into their firing line rather than aggro push into them now. Which is now, I mean, they could have won the game a minute ago by just rolling in. They could have already won the game, honestly. Could have already won, but they're electing for the smarter, I guess the smarter play now of sitting down, waiting, controlling this little Sigma cap point. Hopefully not eating too much airstrikes, which Kieran is going to. Oh, no! Missed everybody! Oh, lucky.
Oh, and look at this, Zimbabwe flanked by, Fess and Salty Biscuit. They're going to get all the way up top on the team one side.
But as you can see from here, right, doesn't mean anything. I'm just looking from Fess's viewpoint up here and Salty Biscuit. You can't see shit. You can't see them. Like, WKA don't even need to be trading the ramp here. They just need Weapon Master just to stop them. They don't even need to move in. But WKA,
and now they're pushing in.
Oh no! WKA for some reason decided that they need to push in when they have absolutely no reason to do so right now. I don't know what is going on here. Jesus, this is a dirty firing line now from Waffle House. WKA are just YOLOing into this. I'm a bit confused. I don't know why they're doing this. They have control of the map. They have control of the game. And they could very well be throwing it away here. Oh dear. So they're moving from one end.
Master's going to wind up getting, dunked on by that, PPC Mad Cat if he's not careful.
And James Bond is almost CT open here. He's cherry red. Juice is torso cherry red as well. Yikes.
I mean, the other thing that is, WK is probably thinking, well, it's only 3.5 minutes to go. We're 127 caps up. They can't beat us on caps now.
Potentially. I mean, maybe WKA wants some kills here. That's the only thing I can think of is, I mean, Juice has nearly lost a torso and James Bond is just rooted. Huron getting butt nibbled here as well. Open rear on the torso. Waffle House is just rolling back here. I mean, WKA have won just on points. There's no way they're going to lose this. But I mean, they're not going to get any kills for points either, I guess.
It's Waffle House who need the kills, not WKA. Like, WKA are in second place regardless of what they do.
Yeah, I mean, WKA probably want some kills. If they wanted the kills and they needed the points, they should have not sat here and just basically merged straight across, just looking at that for the viewers. But once again, WKA have just shoehorned themselves into another strange corner of the map. I don't know what is going on here with this. I genuinely do not understand. James Bond has now been halved. And got no weapons there. Oh, only just 2 UAC 5s. Juice has an open torso and he can't peek with that torso because it is open. So he's going to lose that any moment now. Waffle House are probably going to actually get some kills here because of WKA's total throwing. There's no other way. I can't explain this other than pure and utter throwing from giving up map positions. RKS is legged in the Vulcan.
Look at that strike.
Oh, wow. Oh, Jesus. Look at this. Oh, man. This is rough for WKA, who were in an extremely commanding position and have just totally thrown it away. And they're all gonna die because of this. Waffle House are gonna kill all the mechs. I mean, they're not gonna win the match, but they're gonna get a shitload of points for mech kills here. No question about it. Level is about to go down. Kieran is nearly CT. Oh, no, it's nearly CT dead. What do we got here for Weapon Master? Weapon Master is nearly wrecked. Kieran's dead as well. Level is absolutely rooted too. He goes down. Oh, this is... I mean, Weapon Master
Weapon runs away.
Weapon's running away to save the points. I mean, if I was Weapon, I'd be going in for the kill on RKS to get some points because at this stage you can't lose. It's absolutely impossible. You might as well try and go and save us some points, even if you die. Some points better than no points. But,
and just for viewers at home who are thinking, oh, you have to engage.
Dear.
Actually, that got clarified yesterday that he doesn't.
Who said he has to engage? He doesn't have to engage.
No, he does not.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, and in fact, if Waffle House go and grab other cap points, then they lose.
Yeah, if they grab more than 2 cap points, I believe, they lose. So Waffle House can't actually do anything at all about this. And I mean, With it doesn't matter anyway. There's no possible way at the 3-minute mark anything was going to happen anyhow because they were already out of tickets. It was just mathematically not possible for these guys to do it. They're just too slow, too fat. They would need 5 cap to turn it around. And, well, yeah, that ain't going to happen. But looking at all the mechs here, I mean, all these guys here are just mega fresh. Absolutely mega fresh for Waffle House. Yeah, where RKS is right now, if WKA just went straight across with a brawl push, they would have caught everybody out of position and won the game in a 3-minute match. But yeah, it's a totally oddball. I don't know what happened. I can't.
No idea at all.
I can't work that out. Damage numbers, let's have a look. It's not going to be very good, I don't think, for one particular team. Oh, wow. Oh, Jesus.
Oof.
Oof. Oh, my
When you got a Blast and
goodness.
a Sleipnir who are barely doing over 100 damage between them, it's a bad day.
Yikes. Yikes.
Yeah, I'm honestly, just completely perplexed on that. I have no idea what they were thinking.
Yeah, I don't know either. There's no way I'm going to be able to crack the mind of level on that one to understand that. That is some serious happy drug smoking going on for that match. That's the only reason I can put that. I mean, look at that. Waffle House.
Did you say Dadfire's comment in Twitch? For a lot of W teams, there is a lot of not using the W key.
Yes, absolutely. W would have won that game. I mean, look at the damage there. Waffle House just... Yeah, wow, just controlling that game because WKA let them. So Waffle House earning some good points there, even in the loss, being basically out map controlled because of the cap and that cap control. Still on 17 points, 27 for WKA. So Waffle House still getting themselves some decent points out of that match. And where are we off to next? It is Frozen City Night Classico. Now, I'm going to bring over the map strat for you, mates, for that drop. Draw what happened, because that is an absolute train wreck of a drop.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Good luck with that. Jeez. Wow.
So that meandering line there is basically Waffle House's line, where they, went around extreme left, then went all the way up tire 4, and then came back down to about chain 4.
Yeah. 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 Very, very, very confused.
And then for WKA's point of view, their initial movement was good. They took control of the cap point, and then they went back up into that H4 valley and just died.
Yeah.
I think the silence is, speaks volumes.
Yeah. Actually, no, they didn't. No. So they actually went this way. So they came all the way down to here, right? And then came back into this little pocket, this tiny little pocket here. And then, yeah, the guys just moved around and just farmed them, like purely just. That was a Farming Simulator 2020 right there, guys. Microsoft Farming Simulator. You saw it here live on MWO League's Twitch channel. Yikes. Yeah, let's not repeat that again. Let's go to the next map. That I can't look at that anymore. That was just, oh dear. Righto, let's go now to the last map of the day, Frozen City Night. The cap point is Theta. How are we going to see this played out? There is 250 tons on the board. What do you reckon, man? Div C? What do you think? Do you Team 2? Do you go and take that cap? Or do you go get the enemy? As Team 1, do you take the cap? Or you go get the enemy? Because Team 1 are heavy Charlie Lens. Just looking at that. And they've already logged in. So, super heavy in that Charlie position, man. And, oh, okay. Looks like super heavy in Charlie position here for WKA as well. So, What do you reckon? What do you reckon?
I would say from Charlie and his team too. I don't think they're going to go straight on the cap. I think they'll actually move up into the city and have one mech doing kind of what PHL did last night.
Yeah. Could be. Wonder if any of the teams did watch the cast overnight. So we'll find out because these guys are not mucking around. They're off and running. I'm just letting these teams know quickly who they need to invite. I'll do that in a minute for the next set of matches. Let's have a look. Okay, I'm on the red team. I'm going to go through the mix over this side. This side of the map. Veagle, ATMs. Ooh, medium pulse. Crabs. 2 ATM Veagles. Oh, wow. And a streak huntsman. Jesus. What do we have on the blue team?
A cicada with 6 medium pulse.
Dude, we have a Shadowcat. What?
Yeah, Shadowcat, Bushwhacker, another Bushwhacker, a Veagle, and a Cicada.
Oh, I suspect that WKA are going to cause some maximum pain here because 2 Bushwhackers with LBX 10s is just not going to counter these ATM Veagles at all. And I think Schwartz in this Shadowcat is about to get farmed for all his life points. Nearly legged already. Schwartz is nearly dead. The game hasn't even started. Leg open. The other guys are moving in. The ATM Veagles here need to be very, very careful for WKA. Very careful. If the Waffle House team push in and get close, they're going to get nullified, but they are slowly spreading themselves around, which is a good move. Massive airstrike. Oh, massive airstrike on Waffle House. Fest gets deleted. Absolutely deleted there with the airstrike and all the ATM 7000 coming in. Schwartz is getting hammered as well. Another airstrike on Waffle House. This is not going well for Waffle House. This drop at all. Oh dear, Salty Biscuit in the middle of the airstrike takes everything. Schwartz goes down. Bushwhacker here, high roller, 35%. Kawaii Chimera trying to use the cap point to hide, but 47% in his cicada as well. 35. Oh dear, they're just getting absolutely shredded. And Juice is the only one really that's taken a lot of damage here. Open CT and the Huntsman, but otherwise everything else, very fresh mix all round here. Looks like Kieran's doing more damage to him than the enemy's doing for himself. Leg there, okay, is Phoenix. Oh dear. This is a 5-0 commanding slap back there from WKL, and that match is over.
Okay, it gets Juice. So it's a 5-1.
Oh, 5-1 in the end. Oh dear, Juice should have been a little bit more careful there. But 5-1 in the end. Wow, that was fast. Wow. Oh, wow, holy shit. Oh, holy shit, that was a fast match, man. Not 2.5 minutes? Yikes. Oh dear. That was a 60-second fight, Max. There was not a lot of time in there. Not a lot of time in there.
1 hour, 2 minutes.
Wow.
Now we gotta wait for PGO to play catch up.
Yep. Wow. Yikes. I'm just letting the other teams know the Division B match is starting up at the moment.
Alright, and PGO played catch up.
Yeah, PGO just playing catch up there.
Damage numbers: Weapon Master 549 in that Vulcan 5T. The Veagles 417, 348, 500 damage reduced in that Huntsman, and 248 for James Bond and the Crab. On the Waffle House side, 51 damage for Fest in that Bushwhacker, 136 for Salty Biscuit. RKS managed to get out 394 in his vehicle.
Yep.
That really says it all.
Yeah, there's not a lot to say about that one either, actually. At least the WKA just didn't go with the hardest throw of the trolleys, the toys out of the pram possible there. But yeah, commanding win with all the ATMs there. Waffle House not expecting that at all, and just kind of walking into what was ATM 7000 all over the place. Rough end for Waffle House there. Now, probably not too much to map strat on that one. So I am going to go to the overall scoreboard here very quickly, and we will check out the final standings for this set of match today with WKA versus Waffle House. It is WKA on 37 points and Waffle House finishing off with 18 points. So, there we go.
So 18 points, not enough for them to unseat Wakanda Legion from third place. So Wakanda, it's now set for Div C, Russian Jade Falcon Airy in first place, WKA second, WKL in third place, and Waffle House in fourth place.
Okay, now who do we have up next? It is 228 versus
versus GNX.
Okay, I'm just going to go to the holding screen, lads. We'll be back in a couple of minutes while I reset all of the streams, the overlays, and get into the new lobbies. So stick around. 3 more casts coming up. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.